The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Megan Shepard. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping news tonight, a promotional and confirmation exercise for immigration officers taking place at the Bahamas Union of Teachers Hall today. For some time, it was a long-awaited process. Tonight, the guest speaker shares why it was also one of perseverance, faith, and endurance. Shashina Roll-Farquharson reports.
A room full of supporters at the Bahamas Union of Teachers Hall as 48 officers of the Department of Immigration in the Northern Bahamas received their promotions and confirmation. For many, it would mark the first time in over 10 years to be moved up a rank. Superintendent Alan Smith underscored the vital role immigration plays in the development of a nation.
As we begin to execute our duties, our rules, our new rules, let us not lord over those that have been entrusted to us. But let us be fair, have compassion and empathy towards them, remembering that God has been good to us, hence we ought to be good to those that are with us.
The Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Ginger Moxie, says the New Day government is serious about relieving the backlog of promotions within the public sector.
Minister of State for the Public Service, the Honorable Pia Glover-Rule, has consistently reaffirmed this New Day administration's commitment to resolve the overwhelming backlog of promotions and confirmations that currently exist in the public service, especially those that have been unjustifiably overlooked for many years. Some of the immigration officers who are receiving awards today have been patiently waiting for this moment since 2016.
Minister of Labor and Immigration Keith Bell, along with the Acting Director of Immigration, traveling to Grand Bahama for the special occasion.
I would submit that your job is perhaps the most important in all of the law enforcement agencies. Why? You are charged with the awesome responsibility of not only protecting our sovereignty as a nation. There are things which are enshrined in our written constitution, citizenship, and everything that flows therefrom.
The Minister of Social Services and Urban Development, Obi Welchman, was the guest speaker at the promotional exercise. He says these promotions are as a result of the officers' endurance, perseverance, and faith.
That is what represents all that you have endured over the last several years, and never once compromising your commitment to our country. You are the true heroes and heroines of our nation, because in spite of the lack of appreciation by some, it did not cause you to neglect your responsibilities. You have protected our nation. You continue to do so, and we're so very proud.
Shashina Roll-Farquharson, ZNS Network News.
14 persons granted Bahamian citizenship on Grand Bahama. They were sworn in during a naturalization ceremony at the BUT Hall today. The Minister for Grand Bahama telling the newly sworn-in citizens why this represents the highest recognition a government can bestow on a person. Here again is Shashina Roll-Farquharson.
The right to citizenship is a treasure and tightly guarded by Bahamians. This statement coming from the Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Ginger Moxie, as she urged 14 persons being sworn in as Bahamian citizens to not take the privilege lightly.
Our Constitution, the supreme law of our land, underscores the sacred place that citizenship holds in our country. Unlike in other countries, in the Bahamas, citizenship is not necessarily conferred automatically on persons who are born here. The Constitution provides for an entitlement to citizenship upon registration for certain categories of persons.
She adds that it is a serious matter, adding that it represents the highest recognition a government can bestow on a person.
There are also some of you, particularly those who may have been born in this country, for which the act of conferment is long overdue. It represents the end of a frustrating time of uncertainty and waiting, and the beginning of a new life as citizens of this country, which you clearly love.
Moxie shares why it comes with great responsibility.
With such privileges come obligations, responsibilities, and expectations. Unconditional loyalty and allegiance to the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, respecting and upholding the law of the land, upholding our national institutions, respecting and contributing to our social and cultural development.
Shashina Rolf-Arkeson, ZNS Network News.
Lucaya Service Company, LUSCO, a subsidiary of the Grand Bahama Development Company Limited, DEVCO, facilitating restorative construction to both the Casuarina and Sir Jack Haywood bridges in the Lucaya area. Both causeways were damaged during the passing of Hurricane Dorian, but according to a press statement by LUSCO, contracts have been issued and restoration work has commenced. Rumiko Knowles reports.
As part of LUSCO's ongoing obligation to maintain the infrastructure in the area, the company commissioned the preparation of various investigative reports by several industry and engineering experts to identify the nature, extent, and implications of Hurricane Dorian's impact. The bridges remained structurally intact. However, all findings conclusively recommended repair, reconstruction, and restoration of both bridges. According to a press release, on Friday, November 19th, 2021, LUSCO executives and the principal of ABC signed the contract for the repair and restoration of the Casuarina Bridge. Construction commenced on Monday, November 22nd, 2021. Contract signing for the Sir Jack Haywood Bridge will take place at the end of November. LUSCO advises that most recently, parts of the navigational railings at the Casuarina Bridge have been dislodged. Portions are visible and other parts remain submerged and may impede or obstruct navigation. The waterway is presently passable. However, caution must be exercised. LUSCO advises that after consulting local partners, including Basra, the waterway will be closed on November 30th through December 2nd, 2021, between the hours of 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. to remove the railings. To assist mariners, LUSCO has erected navigational signs in the area in an effort to mitigate safety incidents as they prepare for the restorative construction to occur. LUSCO intends to complete the restorative construction on the Casuarina and Sir Jack Haywood bridges in a timely manner, and thanks the public for their continued cooperation, especially in the event of road closures and reroutings as work is underway. Rumiko Knowles, ZNS Network News.
And now to news from the court. A young Grand Bahama man facing a serious criminal charge, Jake Rigby of 8 Mile Rock, was arraigned before Magistrate Simone Brown on the charge of murder today. He was not required to enter a plea and was remanded to the Bahamas Department of Correctional Services until March 21st, 2022. The charge is in relation to the island's latest murder that occurred in 8 Mile Rock on Sunday. An 18-year-old male was stabbed at a business establishment in Jonestown. Police say a group of persons were involved in an altercation when the victim, a resident of Jonestown, was stabbed to the upper body. He later died in hospital. In other news, today is Thanksgiving Day, and a local nonprofit organization, along with a corporate company, joining hands to provide Thanksgiving meals for less fortunate persons in the Grand Bahama community. Tonight, the coordinator is thanking the community for their continued support. Italia Hall reports.
Hundreds of meals were prepared for the island's precious pearls. The Reach Out Youth Organization, along with Alive, doing their part to ensure that the elderly on Grand Bahama were able to have a hot Thanksgiving meal. President of Reach Out, Dudley Said, says it was his vision to feed the elderly so that they are aware that someone cares, as many times they are forgotten.
So today we're going to put a smile on their faces today. Today we're going to feed over 500 families But our first thing, we'll go to all old folks' home, like I said, and just to show them, how much we care about them. But I just want to say a special thank you to everyone who's been a part of this Banana Bay. They help cook the food. We have a lot of volunteers in there who cook the food. So today's a great day for Grand Bahama.
General Manager for Alive's Northern Region, Dominic Petty, says the company is pleased to have partnered with the Reach Out Youth Organization.
Giving back to the community, I think it's something that kind of keep the community together. And so in order to extend the reach that persons like Dudley said do on a consistent basis, is important for us to partner with these type of initiatives.
The Ministry of Tourism also on hand. The ministry's Development Social Club taking time out to donate items to families in need.
Corporate social responsibility to us as the Ministry of Tourism to give back, and so this is a really good day. Anytime you can give back to people, Grand Bahama's been through a tough ride from Dorian to this COVID-19 pandemic, which we're going to beat, and we're beaten, and we're just happy to be a part of this. And this is not just a one-up. We're going to continue to support the organization, and we look forward to doing more.
A part of the process was we asked employees to just donate items towards this initiative. We've placed boxes at our headquarters as well as our Port Lucayo office, and colleagues donated items towards it.
Following the presentation, several vehicles were packed up with food. The food was delivered to the Home Away from Home, Roberta's Senior Citizen Center, the Grand Bahama Home for the Aged, and the Burroughs Home for the Aged.
It's a feeling that I really can't describe. The reason why I say that, because it's been quite some time now that we have been going through, actually with the hurricane and then dealing with the COVID. And persons don't want to come, they want to donate, they don't know what to do because they have their challenges that they're dealing with their family and friends and stuff like that also too. And it's a blessing to see actually Dudley says and also the other company that they came here and to donate food to us, that we are able to have food and stuff, because we have to do about over 200 meals every day here at Home Away from Home, because don't forget we have the shelter also too for the disability also too here, and actually we've been taking in mothers and kids also too here.
We just want to thank Outreach Ministry for bringing this donation. It's going to do us good today on a day of Thanksgiving, that we can feed the elderly folks in the home, and we know that it's going to be a blessing.
Italia Hall, ZNS Network News.
Stay with us. There's still more news to come right after this break.
Come on down. Come on down now.
BTC spreading Christmas cheer to everybody whether far or near. Move to the rhythm of Christmas round.
Did you hear that? Is it Santa?
Get your chance to win $1,000 each week when you sign up for BTC Internet. With the Super Fast Extreme Internet Bundle, enjoy 150 megabits of speed per second and 157 channels for only $99.99.
This Christmas make it BTC. It's the better choice for you and me. Move to the rhythm of Christmas. Move to the rhythm of BTC.
Island Bedding is the Bahamas' leading manufacturer in mattress sets. But did you know we also carry top quality products like pillows, comforters, sheets, and much more. Our furniture line is also expanding to meet the needs of those rebuilding. We have bedroom sets, sofa beds, recliners, accent pieces, and so much more. Come and experience Island Bedding today, where everybody deserves their own island.
Pandora is having a Black Friday sale. Save 30% from November 24th through the 30th. Shop Pandora this holiday season and save.
This is Nona's Fashion Boutique. This is a clothing store, women's clothing store. We cater to regular and plus size. We have a variety of T-shirts, jeans, shorts, heels. We have dinner attire. We have belts, accessories. We have rompers, bags, sets, jewelries. We have everything at Nono's Fashion Boutique. The jewelry carries custom jewelry. Chanel brand, gold, pearls. If you're looking to go to a funeral, wedding, we cater to that. They custom jewelry. Come down and check us out for yourself. You will not be disappointed. On Instagram, you can find us at Nono's Fashion Boutique. The store hours are Monday through Saturday. The contact number is 533-6695. Our hours are 10 to 6. We are located downtown in the back of Forever here.
Park and Shop downtown Freeport is having a Thanksgiving and pre-Christmas sale, 25% off store-wide, excluding all underwear and red tag items, November 25th through the 30th, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
For you, our valued customers, we continue to strive to provide a world-class network and superior customer service. When we opened our doors, this was our promise to you, and we came out swinging. We continue to keep the promise to you 5 years later, because at Alive, we truly believe in best, especially our valued customers.
Everything about Alive revolved around our customers. We don't want you to settle for better. We want you to have the best. Because of this, we've built a world-class network that outshines the competition. We placed an emphasis on excellent customer service because you deserve to have a positive experience. We value you. And as a truly Bahamian company, we are here to serve you in the best way we can. Thank you for 5 years, and we look forward to serving you in the future.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. December 1st is recognized as World AIDS Day annually. This year, the HIV/AIDS Survivors Benefit Organization, in conjunction with the Grand Bahama Health Services, will host a church service on Wednesday, December 1st. Administrator at the Grand Bahama Health Services, Sharon Williams, says Grand Bahama Health Services, along with the HASB, will engage in a month-long awareness campaign on HIV/AIDS and its effects on families, patients, and the community. Dr. Shalise Hegde provided some statistics on the disease.
Our message is simple. Under the theme, End Inequality, End AIDS, we want to remind our public that the Bahamas has still one of the most responsive and available HIV programs worldwide. And we can achieve this goal to significantly decrease the prevalence of HIV and AIDS in our community.
We see about 100 in Grand Bahama every year. So there'll be many more out there who have not come forward for testing. And if they come forward for testing, our numbers will go up slightly. And we would be able to prevent many more cases just by testing, because once they're tested and they know their status, they'll get treatment. And when they get treatment, the number of viruses in their blood will go down.
President of HASB, Tina Knowles, says the organization is pleased to resume activities after coming to a halt due to the COVID-19 pandemic, while member Patricia Dickinson is sharing more in the church service on December 1st.
We are continued to be committed to the mandate to provide hope and action, not only through our medical system, but also through care. We still provide services at the hospital, specific and specialized services for persons living with HIV. We want to remind people that we are here, that care is here, it's free.
We invite the Grand Bahama community to join us at 10 a.m. when we will give thanks and praise to God, because, you know, we must begin in prayer. And That's December 1st, so we invite you to join us in prayer at Kingdom Worship Center International, 10 a.m. Our host pastor, Bishop Kermit Sanders Sr., and a beautiful service is planned.
A local cancer organization receiving some much-needed assistance. In the pink, No One Fights Alone, presented with a check on Saturday morning by Fast Track. President of Fast Track, Rivano Ferguson, says all proceeds were raised during the organization's 10th annual Relay for Cancer. He says this year's event was successful and had over 200 participants, adding that he's pleased to have been able to give back to the organization, which is headed by Jessica Capron Butler.
She's currently in a fight right now, so I know her personally, and I grew up with her. And this initiative is close to my heart because I've been doing different donations to different people throughout the last 10 years of the event. So it was important that we have another successful event this year so that we're able to assist these ladies in their fight.
Member of In the Pink, Denise Martin, thanking Fast Track for the donation.
In the Pink, No One Fights Alone, we try to assist other sisters in the fight with financial donations. It goes towards their treatment, chemotherapy, radiation, travel. It helps with a lot of stuff that we need to do to stay in the fight and to beat this deadly disease.
And now it's time for a check on sports with Jay Philippe.
Good evening, I'm Jay Philippe and welcome to Sports. Well, athletes from the Northern Bahamas continuing to shout in their various sporting disciplines around the world. Well, let's start this one with professional baseball player Chavez, they call him Hollywood Young, who is currently in San Juan, Puerto Rico with his Toronto Blue Jays baseball affiliate team. An impressive year in the minors this past season with the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. Grand Bahamian center fielder Chavez Young is now playing in the Winter League with the Mayweather Indios Baseball Club in hopes of eventually being called up to the big league.
We're 2 weeks into the season right now, and we're feeling good. We're in first place right now, and just trying to grow stronger and just how competitive our bats and just play great defense. One game at a time. But yes, I'm enjoying everything over here. The culture is good and just having fun and just playing the game I love. But thank you. But yeah, I'm here, healthy and having fun. Just trying one step to the goal.
Switching gears now from baseball to basketball, Abaco product Brandon Meadows is having a breakout year at the University of Southwest. Now watch this monster one-handed slamming transition for the senior guard playing in his final year for the Mustangs after transferring from Division II Eastern New Mexico University. On the year so far, Meadows is leading the team in scoring, averaging 18 points per game in 5 games played so far, including his most recent game against Western Colorado, where the 6'3" guard had a season's best 26 points and 8 rebounds in 30 minutes of action. Up next, his Mustangs will take on Colorado Christian University. And finally in sports, Tatiana Madu is currently in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic at the ITF Cortex 12 and Under Championships, playing in the #1 position for Team Bahamas. She went up against Daniela Marcado from Dominican Republic and lost 6-3, 6-4. Team Bahamas split the singles in their last match and will now head into the doubles match to decide the tie. Another Grand Bahamian, Kayla Fox, is also with the team in the DR. We will have more updates with Team Bahamas as matches continue. And that's a quick check on sports. I'm Jay Philippe. Be blessed.
Are you ready to step out with designer shoes or handbags? Visit Steppin' Out. They've relocated at number 4 Old Sam's Plaza. Stepping out when you want to put your best foot forward.
Attention, all building contractors and home owners. Connaught Bahamas, your competent home improvement store, now has in stock kitchen cabinets, granite and quartz countertops, porcelain tiles, vinyl and laminated flooring, PVC windows, and so much more. Visit any one of our 4 locations today: Freeport, Nassau, Abaco, or Eleuthera, where we are committed to offering excellent customer service. You dream it, we design it, we deliver it.
BTC spreading Christmas cheer to everybody whether far or near. Move to the rhythm of Christmas round.
Did you hear that? I said Santa.
Get your chance to win $1,000 each week when you sign up for BTC Internet. With the super fast Extreme Internet Bundle, enjoy 150 megabits of speed per second and 157 channels for only $99.99.
This Christmas make it BTC. It's the better choice for you and me. Move to the rhythm of Christmas. Move to the rhythm of BTC.
Hey guys, welcome to Health Bites. My name is Alex and I'm the marketing manager here at the Fitness Connection. Today, we're going to be talking about some supplements that are really important to help supporting women's health. Now, some of these you may know, but I also have a few that just might surprise you. So the first one is GABA. GABA is an amino acid that has a calming effect on the body, which means that it can help promote good mood and also help ease PMS symptoms. Second is DIM. DIM is a compound that's actually found in some vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower. And what this does is it helps to balance out your estrogen levels, which means it can have positive effects on acne, skin health, menstrual cramps, menstrual on the whole, and also help improve menopause symptoms. Third is folic acid, also known as folate. This is a B vitamin that's actually really important for helping to prevent anemia and very, very important for preventing miscarriages and making sure that you have a healthy pregnancy and a happy, healthy baby. Last but not least, we have probiotics, and specifically probiotics that are designed to help support vaginal health. So what these are going to do is they're going to help promote healthy bacterial balance, they're going to help prevent yeast infections, and they can also help to ease the symptoms of something called bacterial vaginosis, aka BV. But all you really need to know is that basically the probiotics make your vajayjay go yay yay. Thanks so much for watching today, guys. If you are interested in any of the supplements that I spoke about today, make sure you stop by your nearest Fitness Connection location and we can get you all of the information that you need.
The King of the North is back. Power 104.5 FM.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Abilene Jones, you are our Facebook friend of the day. We thank you so much for your support. That's going to do it for us here in the North, but be sure to stay tuned as the Bahamas Tonight continues. On behalf of the entire news team here in the North, I'm Megan Shepherd. Have a wonderful evening.
Coming up in the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, an appeal from the Prime Minister. 2022 tourism projections revealed. A key appointment for a former F&M leader. An NCAA hoop action in paradise. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, starts now.
This portion of the news is brought to you by BTC Super Fast Internet for Less. Best rate, no debate. Sign up today.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Makush Lopinder. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks so much for tuning in. The start of the popular American holiday Thanksgiving, setting the stage for the even bigger Christmas season. and all the festivities that come with it. Well, Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, has some words of advice ahead of it. Making a surprise visit at the weekly press briefing at his Cable Beach office this morning, the Prime Minister admitted that while he's satisfied with the progress thus far, Bahamians must continue to adhere to the COVID-19 protocols.
Holidays are approaching. Starting today with Thanksgiving, gatherings are likely to be larger, and wanting to remind our people that the pandemic is still alive and it is well. Where possible, avoid large gatherings. Continue to wear your masks, particularly if you are indoors in close quarters. And if possible, if you're going to have gatherings, kindly have them on the outside. The weather is great and fine. We have beautiful weather. Gatherings are encouraged to be held outdoors. And when you are indoors, please, if you can, ensure that the place in which you are indoors is properly ventilated.
Grateful for the Bahamians for allowing him to serve as the country's leader, the Prime Minister reiterated the call for Bahamians to get vaccinated, as more than 280,000 residents have gotten the jab.
It's not mandatory, but we have an abundance now of vaccinations, and I encourage each and every one of you and those under the sound of my voice, and I invite you as the media to continue to encourage our people to get vaccinated. It is, no doubt, the safest bet and the safest tool to avoid getting sicker if you contract the virus, and minimize the risk of you dying if you catch the virus.
Meantime, a rosy outlook for the country's main industry that's been battered and bruised by the 1-2 punches of 2019's Hurricane Dorian and 2020's COVID-19 pandemic. Sharing forward-looking projections with the media, a key spokesperson in tourism.
Airlift's increasing, hotel beds are being filled, and the city center has come alive. And that's been the case for the past few months. But how do things look moving forward in light of the very real possibility of additional COVID waves locally and abroad? Well, Tourism Director General Joy Jibrilu will tell you that based on 2022's first and second quarter figures, the Bahamas is trending very well.
We look at where we are now, we're in a very, very good place. The thing with COVID-19 is that it's such a dynamic situation. The situation changes daily. I look at Germany and I look at France, I look at the rest of Europe. So excited with airlift coming out of those places. But we see that the measures that the governments of those countries are going to put in place that can potentially restrict people leaving those jurisdictions. The United States, I think they have reached a stage where they too recognize that they're balancing the economy with a health crisis. And so in terms of measures for closures, I don't think that's an immediate concern that we in the Bahamas or anyone in the tourism sphere has.
Predicting how many visitors the Bahamas will end the year with, not so straightforward. You see, according to Jibrilu, a number was floated back in September. But here's what they've since realized.
It's not necessarily about the quantity of numbers, it's the quality of numbers. So what we have seen that's been tremendous is that our hotel occupancy rates, while they're good, what we call the ADR, average daily rate for these hotel properties, they've not dropped, they've increased. Visitor spend has increased. So what we're hoping to see is a real uptick in economic input into the destination. So I think that's going to be very, very interesting at the end of the year to say, yes, we made our goal of 1 million, but more than that, the spend that we saw in 2021 was equal to that of a great year. And so that's what this year is unveiling for us.
What's equally encouraging is that Travel Health Visas have confirmed that up to 70% of all visitors coming to the Bahamas are fully vaccinated, which also plays into the added airlift tourism officials are hoping to lock in for key destinations. And topping that list, Grand Bahama.
We're looking for key gateways as well, where we know we would like to see airlift come from. So the west coast of the United States is a key one. We know that that's within our top 5 source markets from the United States, so we're always actively going after the west coast for airlift. That's one. But airlines are also looking. They have a lot of planes that they're seeking to deploy. They're looking at those destinations that are doing well. So while a few years ago we were fighting for appointments, fighting for meetings perhaps, they're now looking at how well we're doing, coming to the table. And so yes, top of mind, Family Islands, but Family Islands are doing well.
Well, notwithstanding the country's level 4 travel advisory, visitors still opted to head to the Bahamas, which really was in the throes of a rebound from the summer months. But what was negatively impacted was what Tourism Director General Joy Jibrilu called the overall business of tourism.
With a level 4 rating, many companies had put in place a measure that said that their companies would not travel to a jurisdiction where the CDC had a level 4 rating. And so this was having an impact on our groups, our conferences, our ability to host the major events. So Battle for Atlantis, the Hoops event that they're having there, that's attracting huge numbers of visitors. Those events were really under question marks with the level 4 rating. But with a level 3 rating, all of a sudden, that means that every manner of business can now return to the jurisdiction. And we're seeing it immediately.
Now that the Centers for Disease Control has downgraded the Bahamas to level 3, the Director General stressed the importance of the Bahamas remaining there. And that means keeping up the required COVID-19 protocols, those very things that have allowed the Bahamas to reopen.
Really, if I can beseech everyone, Thanksgiving, Christmas coming up, we're all tired. I'm the first to hold my hand up. But if collectively, together, we do what we need to do, it means that not only does the straw market remain open, but all those other few areas that remain closed that they can too, and people can continue working. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. That's why we do what we do, get people back to work in our #1 industry.
Well, it's now official. Governor General, His Excellency, the Most Honorable Sir Cornelius A. Smith, has officially been knighted this past Tuesday to the Order of Knight Grand Cross of the Most Distinguished Order of St. Michael and St. George at Windsor Castle, London. Britain's Princess Anne presided over the investiture ceremony. His Excellency and his wife, Lady Smith, are expected to return to the Bahamas this Saturday, November 27th. Well, still to come, the government appoints a new small business consultant and the latest on a church's court case. We'll be back right after this.
Remember to tune in to the morning edition with LaDawn Davis and Charles Fisher at 7 o'clock weekday mornings. We also have news updates at every hour starting at 2 p.m. You can then watch the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, at 6:30, and the National Report live at 7 p.m. All right here on the ZNS Network.
This portion of the news was brought to you by Sun Oil Limited Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
BTC spreading Christmas cheer to everybody whether far or near. Move to the rhythm of Christmas round.
Did you hear that? Is it Santa?
Bring home BTC Superfast Extreme Internet Bundle for only $99.99 with 157 channels and 150 megabits of speed per second, and your home will be blazing all year long.
This Christmas make it BTC. It's the better choice for you and me.
KFC Saucy Wings gives you the choice. A precisely calculated chicken-to-sauce ratio for that perfect wing experience. Or a totally wild, completely coated sauce adventure that transcends traditional flavor boundaries. Whatever your choice, get sauced with KFC Saucy Wings for the perfect amount of flavor. Saucy Wings at KFC Nassau. So good.
Health is the greatest gift. That's where we come in. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies is a premier distributor of medical equipment, as well as medical and surgical consumables. Our engineers are always on hand, providing top care service that saves lives. We carry a wide selection of over-the-counter and prescription items, IV fluids, and other injections. Our products are state-of-the-art, and our entire team stays on top of cutting-edge technology. With more than 2 decades of dedicated service, Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies continues to be a trendsetter and innovator in healthcare. We have set ourselves apart by truly caring for our customers. We understand the intricacies of healthcare, and we produce spectacular results. We cherish our partnerships and nurture our friendships as we continue on our quest to help everyone maintain that wonderful gift of good health. Find us on 9th Fifth Terrace, Centerville, right in the heart of the medical service epicenter of Nassau, Bahamas.
COVID-19 attacked our personal and national psyche. We fought back. We adjusted our consciousness so that we could wrap our minds around the impossible and unbelievable things we were going through. But guess what? Nobody escaped. That means there was nobody who was too pretty, too cute, too important, too holy, or too rich to escape the mental trauma and battering of COVID-19. We can allow COVID-19 to destroy us or defeat us, or we can make a decision right now to act in a manner that supports wellness for ourselves and for the nation. So let's act to restore and sustain our personal sense of well-being and our national mental health status. We're all involved. It's that important.
This portion of the news was brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
Well, the government's committed to keeping the multi-million-dollar price tag on generating and sustaining small business development nationwide. Here's this update from Economic Affairs Minister, Senator the Honorable Michael Halkitis.
That's a continuation. We're not interrupting anything in terms of small business development. As a matter of fact, we'll be looking at ways to get more private sector involvement in small business development. And so, in some quarters, some people say that $50 million a year is not enough. And quite frankly, we agree, but we have to do what our resources dictate.
Well, speaking of the SBDC, former Free National Movement leader Loretta Butler Turner has been appointed a consultant within that agency. In accepting the role, Mrs. Butler Turner says it is a great privilege and honor to take on such a challenge.
I was delighted to be invited to this particular position because I believe that small businesses, micro businesses, and self-employment is truly a part of what we need in the Bahamas when we talk about inclusion. So today, it is a great privilege and an honor for me to take on this challenge. I am so proud of the fact that, people would say, most prime ministers choose people who are party supporters, who are persons within their advisory. I'm so glad that as a Bahamian, as a nationalist, that the prime minister saw what I was doing, appreciated it, saw that I can probably be a very good fit for the dreams of the PLP, the New Day government, in expanding our economy. Most importantly, for entrepreneurship, he knows that I have a very strong passion for women. So one of my mandates is also to ensure that women in particular are given the ability to build their own businesses.
Butler Turner says her first order of business is to eliminate the red tape that comes along with business startups.
one of the models that I've been able to work on over the past 4.5 years is what we call an incubator system. I know there's a company that you may know that I'm affiliated with, that I'm a part of the foundation of. And we have been able to, on a small scale, create incubators for such companies so that they don't have to come up with huge sums of money up front. How are you going to come up with huge sums of money when you're just getting started? Obviously, you know, we're going to be working very closely with those key stakeholders in government to ensure that we can perhaps cut down on a lot of the red tape that businesses go through, and of course, helping with financial assistance.
Well, times are tough, and with every penny being counted, it's easy to fall prey to unscrupulous individuals looking to make a fortune on your hard earnings. But as a local white crime expert recently shared, the nefarious trend continues, and those behind some of the internet's longest running frauds are no longer strictly foreigners.
Be it a Ponzi scheme, investment fraud, romance scam, Nigerian fraudsters have been at it longer than some care to admit. But the plot thickens. According to local fraud expert, Chief Superintendent Matthew Edgecombe of the Financial Crimes Investigation Branch, Bahamians are now involved.
We have uncovered where a Bahamian person could fix their local number to look like a number from Nigeria.
Really?
Yes, they have a app
that could do that.
That could do that. I'm telling you. Because let me tell you why I know about it.
Mm-hmm.
One lady made a report and said, the fellow told us, well, go to a certain bank. Don't go to the bank that way around the road. Go to the bank that's close to you.
Yes.
How do you know that? Which bank is close to you, where you live?
He's right here.
He's right there. He knows what's going on. But I must say this too, sometimes people do get catch in this web unbeknown to them by these crooks.
Right.
Sometimes people put up ads for jobs, and they say they need your banking account and they deposit monies on it.
Avoiding becoming a victim also calls for limiting what's posted on social media.
If we read some of those information we put out, I'm a retiree.
Yes.
My husband just died. My wife just died. You know, I'm lonely. So the people they feed off of this.
Mm-hmm.
All right? And I live in this big house and I do this, and we put too much information about ourselves.
Yes, sir. We have to avoid that.
You have to avoid that because social media, once you put it out there, that's all over the place. And they have networking, but there's networking. There's something called the dark web, where you can find information on people.
Edgecombe also warning about Facebook's marketplace, where he said a number of stolen items are posted for sale. Equally popular is the credit card scam.
If you go into say, any restaurant or someplace you buy the dine or whatever,
yes,
and the person will ask you for your credit card, all right, to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
My thing about don't let your credit card out to your site.
Right.
I can tell you what they do. They don't need your actual credit card anymore. They'll take a picture of your credit card.
Okay.
All right, the back and the front.
Yes.
And these persons are so skilled, these criminals, I don't like to use the word skilled, but they're so skilled now.
Right.
They're able to make up a credit card.
From that?
From that. They only want your account number of the credit card and put it in anybody else's name or whoever
and they
name.
use that.
And they use that.
At the end of the day, if it sounds too good to be true, it is.
Well, that court case over the leadership of the Golden Gates Assembly Church still going. Defendants say they want the court's recommendation to be adhered. You see, Justice Ian Winder last month ruled that it's up to church members to form its council. This would lead to the election of the church's executive committee, who manages the church's affairs. Pastors Alan Strawn and Dwight Umbrister addressed the matter during a press conference on Wednesday.
We want to be very clear. The pastors wish that the court's recommendation that the church vote to select the executive council be followed. At paragraph 36 of Justice Ian Winder's decision, he stated, "It is for the membership of the company/church to decide the makeup of the council, which will be empowered to elect the membership of the executive committee for the management of the company, and by extension, the church."
Every directive now has to come from the membership themselves to empower the pastors to be able to function in a legal form. in directing the affairs of the church. That is what we're going to trust them. It's not to be about any bashing or anything of the sort. It's really to inform them and bring them up to par as to how the church ought to be structured, how it ought to be functioning and functioning legally.
Golden Gates Assembly's Archbishop Ross Davis added in a statement that at the earliest opportunity they intend to meet with the entire church body to formulate a representative church constitution that will further regularize the church's operations. Davis admitting that this process has been long and hard for parishioners and they're all anxious to put this chapter behind them.
This portion of the news was brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
Everything is changing, and your favorite hardware and home improvement store is getting with the program. We Buy You Sell is rolling out its new online shopping feature. If you go to our website, wbusbahamas.com, it's a quick and easy 3-step process. Step 1, browse the gallery and select your item. Step 2, add to cart. And Step 3, check out. Go to our website, wbusbahamas.com, to shop with us today.
That's why we got the
I see below. I see below. I see below. I see below.
We women of the Bahamas have lined up on the side of the United Nations and justice and democracy.
I see below. I see below.
As a professional graphic artist, I work from anywhere in the world. When I travel, I try to keep up with my paperwork and bills as much as possible, utilizing NIB's ESS, or Employee Self-Service Portal, to submit my monthly payments and to upload my contribution statement makes life easier. The portal is pretty easy to use too. I consider it to be user-friendly. It asks all the necessary questions to guide me through uploading my contribution statement, and I like that it calculates my payments. The NIB representative who showed me how to use the portal, she was patient, friendly, and knowledgeable. I used to fill out my contribution statement manually and visit an NIB office every month to make payments. But now the ESS portal allows for the entire process to be completed online in a time-efficient manner. Like, yay, thank you, that's done. You should sign up today at ess@nib-bahamas.com.
Janae's Chesapeake Road Christmas Wonderland is open under the Big Tent. Get your Christmas trees in pink, frosted, green, or white in a variety of sizes. Musical Christmas LED and laser lights, a large variety of tree ornaments, lighted angels and Santa tree toppers, bright and lively colored Christmas balls in all sizes, garlands, wreaths, tree skirts, stockings, and lots more. Add flowers, picks, and decorative mesh to brighten up your home or office this holiday season. And don't forget the toys at Janae's Chesapeake Road. Check our selections online at www.janae's.com.
When you want to save money on your tile supplies, who you gonna call? The Tile King. When you tile your house and you want to look good, who you gonna call? The Tile King.
Visit the new Tile King showroom, which is internationally recognized as the finest tile showroom in the Caribbean, located in the Builders Mall on Wolf Road.
The Tile King. Who you gonna call? The Tile King.
Tiles on everything.
It's a day carved out in many countries around the world for the simple act of giving thanks. No exception to the rule here in the Bahamas, especially in the small community of Pride Estates. The local community association today gathered to host a luncheon of Thanksgiving. And in attendance, spouse of the Prime Minister, Anne-Marie Davis, and Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honourable Mario Boleg. Mrs. Davis used the opportunity to encourage residents far and wide to be their brother's keeper.
What we need in our beloved Bahamas today will take us so much further as a people. Recently, we have seen crimes that cut to the core of our being. These crimes have cemented my view that we are engaged in a spiritual battle. And as such, We are all called, and I also challenge you to never give up on us.
Community leader Pastor Howard Stewart meantime encouraged residents to remain steadfast, and this despite this year's challenges.
We have to appreciate the journey. This year we have had so many deaths. COVID has taken so many people out of this world, but you and I are still here. What does that say to us? Somebody was watching over us. Somebody is still protecting us. Somebody is still keeping us.
Well, if you were looking for a free Thanksgiving meal, United Faith Ministries offered up the ham, turkey, and all the trimmings during its annual Thanksgiving giveaway. Coordinator Linda Smith says today's goal was to feed more than 3,000.
Normally, a annual event that we did to raise funds for the church. And last year was just a fun of our pastor that the Lord told him to do it for free because of the pandemic, and there was so much people hurting. So he decided to follow the Lord and do it for free. So last year we fed over 5,000 adults and 1,000 kids for Thanksgiving, and we went ahead and redid it for Christmas, and we gave Christmas. So this year we're doing it again for free.
And the management and staff here at ZNS is always ready and willing to give thanks.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. LaDawn here checking in. I just want to say that I'm thankful for my family, good health, a sane mind, and just to be here to actually give you the news every morning and to make life fun as we go through this pandemic. So happy Thanksgiving to all of you.
Well, happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. Lots to be thankful for. I just want to thank the good Lord for keeping my family safe during this pandemic, keeping my co-workers and their families safe as well during this pandemic, and we just hope that everything works out well in the future.
Well, I'm thankful for, all the regular stuff, family, friends, to be alive. This is definitely by no means an effort to understate them, but I think I speak for all business owners when I say I am grateful and thankful to still be able to get up in the morning, go to work, and find places like ZNS to be able to still work and still follow my passion.
I'm thankful for being alive today. I'm thankful for my family, my friends, and my co-workers.
I'm just thankful for seeing another day, thanking God for life, and thanking God that He woke me up this morning.
I'm just so thankful for life and thankful for my family and for this grateful Thanksgiving Day.
Good morning, Bahamas. I'm thankful for waking up this morning.
Good morning. I'm Kashkin J. Adderley of Inspiration 107.9 FM, and I am thankful for life. I'm thankful for life and that more abundantly. This year we've seen so many things, and so I'm just happy to be alive, and I'm thankful.
COVID-19 has taught all of us to survive and to thrive. It's been a difficult year, but through it all, I'm grateful for life, grateful for family, grateful for great people here at ZNS. I'm just thankful.
On this Thanksgiving Thursday, there's so many things that we should be thankful for. Life, the number one.
Well, I'd just like to say that I'm so thankful just to be here today. Last year was a rough year for my family and I, but hey, through the strength of God, we all made it to this year and Thanksgiving. I'm grateful for my mom, my son, my beautiful granddaughter, the rest of my family and my ZNS family. And it's just so good to be alive and well.
Well, still in the spirit of giving, Oak Tree Medical Center has helped make the lives of veterans and retirees of the Royal Bahamas Defense Force a little easier. The medical facility recently presented the Veterans Affairs Office with a $15,000 check. The money's to go towards the RBDF's Give Back and Care Package initiative next month.
We appreciate you guys, and we love the relationship. And it ain't just about finances. It's actually about the relationship building, community building, and making a better Bahamas. When I think of community, I want community to be synonymous with Oak Tree Medical Center. And so, like I say, coming back home, one of the things I saw in particular, a lot of the men in particular of the armed forces were having a lot of medical challenges. And for me, that you guys represent the foundation of the community.
Defense Force Commodore Dr. Raymond King says Oak Tree Medical's gesture ensures veterans enjoy a quality of life that mirrors the good service they've provided the organization.
A lot of them, they're experiencing some difficulties. And that is why it was critical that I establish a Veteran Affairs Office to ensure that we collaboratively do what we can to ensure that those persons are well off. And there are some initiatives, like I explained to the doc, that we're looking at from an organizational perspective, some proposals that I've put through to the government to make things a lot better for them. And I'm minded that one day all of us in this room will be on the veterans or the retiree side anyhow.
Yes,
So once you have an opportunity to do it, put the mechanisms and systems in place now.
The countdown is on to World AIDS Day on December 1st, and Dunkin' Donuts is partnering with the Bahamas AIDS Foundation to unveil Red Ribbon Donuts. Dunkin' Donuts Director of Marketing, Ash Henderson.
This year we're very, very proud to be partnering up with the Bahamas AIDS Foundation to recognize World AIDS Day on December 1st. So we are offering a special Red Ribbon dozen donuts, and part proceeds will be donated to the Bahamas AIDS Foundation. But AIDS is still a major problem in the Bahamas. We have a lot of people suffering. The foundation is doing amazing work, getting awareness out there, getting help, and so we just want to do our part to be a good corporate citizen and to bring awareness to this illness that does affect many Bahamians.
And here's how you can support this pretty sweet cause.
If you reach out to the Bahamas AIDS Foundation or go on their website, they have an order form. You can fill the form out. Just let us know how many dozens you want, where you want to pick them up on December 1st, and send it in to us at info@dunkinbahamas.com, and we'll be happy to help you out. Extra Red Ribbon donuts will be available on December 1st for purchase, but if you'd like to get a dozen Red Ribbon donuts, then pre-ordering is the way to go, because we do expect to be pretty busy that day.
And as we head to the break, we'd like to thank all our viewers watching us live on our social media platforms. And just in case you missed the news, be sure to head there to catch up. Stay with us. There's more after the break.
Having a policy with Bahama Health is more than just health insurance. It's about feeling good knowing that your health and wellness is covered. It's about the confidence you feel knowing that your card is accepted by over 50 pharmacies and 400 local doctors. It's about peace of mind, knowing that when you travel, you have comprehensive coverage and our overseas partner is just a phone call away. It's about the security you feel, knowing that you're an important part of the family.
Join the family. We elevate, elevate, we elevate, elevate. We elevate, elevate, we elevate, elevate.
The magic of Christmas starts this Friday, November 27th at 6 a.m. at our Southwest Plaza. Now, the deals will be wild this Black Friday, but the good news is that the magic of Christmas and many of our hard-to-beat offers last all holiday season long.
Christmas is just a magical time when we just feel so good about the season. And what we did was we started from November 1st. Every week, our customers were able to get some wonderful deals. Whether it's prepaid or whether it's postpaid. And of course, we always have a great internet bundle deal. We're really excited about our Christmas campaign. You're going to see that collaboration between Spice and Ray Culmer. You're going to see so much wonderful things happening in our stores. You can look at the Christmas decor in the store and it tells you that we're feeling Christmas. We're definitely sharing the magic of Christmas this year. So when customers come into our stores and they make a purchase, they get the opportunity to put their hand in the grab bag. They can win anything from Samsung accessories to gift cards, just wonderful prizes every time they make a purchase. We want customers to know that if you're porting over to BTC, you're making the switch, you can get devices for as low as $19 as well as a $7 combo plan. And if you're postpaid, you can get the iPhone Mini 12 for as low as $199.99. So we have great deals. Those persons who are still working from home, students who are still homeschooling, We have internet package that's best suited for you. You get 150 megs of speed, and you also get 157 channels. When you want to take a break, relax, and you want some entertainment to watch wonderful movies on Flow TV. So we have wonderful, wonderful specials this Christmas. Those persons who want to come on down and take advantage of all of our phone specials, come on down to BTC. We're here open for you. We've extended our hours for Christmas and Black Friday. Once you get to our Southwest Plaza store at 6 a.m. in the morning, you're able to purchase your gifts at 70% off.
These are still the moments that move us. I'm Corbell Pyfrom. Happy holidays. Be well and be back here. Next, BTC Connection.
It's that time of year again, and Bahamas Welding and Fire has everything you need to transform your home this holiday season. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Trim the tree, hang the family stockings, and gift some Christmas cheer to those you love. From assorted ribbons, garlands, Christmas trees, wreaths, LED lights, holiday props, stockings, and skirts, BWF has the largest selection of all things holly and jolly. And for Santa's little helpers, from kids' bikes to motorized toys, we'll make all their dreams come true. Our helpful staff is waiting to see you. Shop today at BWF. We have all the top brand name tools and kitchen appliances too. Visit our store on number 13 Wilton Street and see for yourself. BWF, we're more than just our name.
Do you want to travel this holiday season? Don't want to miss out on those blockbuster deals? Well, have you gotten your COVID-19 vaccine yet? Time is running out to travel for the holidays, and the Johnson & Johnson vaccine may be just what you need. It's one and done. Just one jab of this vaccine, and 2 weeks later, you're fully vaccinated and ready to shop. Protect yourself and your loved ones this holiday season. Schedule your vaccine appointment now.
Shell Unleaded improves your fuel economy, giving increased miles per gallon, allowing you to do more of what you really want. Special additives used in Shell Unleaded improve your engine's efficiency. So go further with Shell Unleaded. Venture out to beaches, Junkanoo, and festivals and bring home memories that will last a lifetime. Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
Three Luther families are lucky to be alive after an early morning fire guts their homes. We understand the fire started just after 8 a.m. How it started is still a mystery at this point, but based on what residents told us, the destroyed structures are a two-story house that 15 people, the eldest an 87-year-old, called home, and another a two-bed structure where 5 people lived. No injuries reported. Anyone interested in donating to the displaced family can drop off items to the Wesley Resource Center on Friday between the hours of 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. A well-deserved send-off of Family Island Assistant Administrator LaShanta Fowler Greenslade. The Exuma-based official has served the island for a little over a year and will now be transferred to work in a more senior role on the island of Andros. Her colleagues held a luncheon in her honor earlier this week.
That you have been an inspiration in my life and of course in lives of many others. And it is unfortunate to see you leave so soon, but it is a stepping stone for you to spread your wings as you embark upon your new venture.
You have certainly become a friend to the police. And we thank you for the time that we have shared together. And we wish you, on behalf of all the officers here in Exuma, I wish you all the best.
Overwhelmed, Administrator Greenslade expressed thanks for the kind and inspirational words.
I thank you for all of the sentiments that I heard today, and that just makes me to realize that my living is not in vain. As long as you trust God, as long as you're a good person, as long as your heart is pure and your hands are clean, you must be a good person. So no matter what happens to you, He will order your steps the way they should go.
Well, it's time now for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Makishla. Outside of our studios, we are under partly cloudy skies. Temperature 72 degrees. Your relative humidity at 73%. We have east-southeast winds at 7 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,019.4 millibars at 30.10 inches, and the pressure is steady. Temperatures around the islands this evening, they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 70 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, also Grand Turtle Key at 70 degrees. Marshall, Bible Coast 73, 75 in the Berry Islands, Alistown, Bimini 74, 76 in Harbor Island, Rockstown, Eleuthera 74, Black Point, Exuma, and Camp Space on Andros, even Fresh Creek in Central Andros, all at 76 degrees. 76 again in Otterstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Room Key, Georgetown 77, 77s in Ragged Island, Clarencetown, Long Island, and Crooked Island. Betsy Bay, Maguana 79, Ackland 79, Machitani, Nagua 78, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 80 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FYP, the Tile King, and the Paint Center. For all areas tonight through Friday, northeast to east winds, speeds 10 to 15 knots, wave heights 2 to 4. High tide, that will take place at 11:59 tonight, with a low tide occurring at 5:56 in the morning. And then on Saturday in the northwest and central islands, the winds will fall off light and variable ahead of a weak frontal system, which will be moving through during the afternoon hours. We'll tell you more about that later in the newscast. Wave heights very flat at 1 to 3 feet. Low tide on Saturday, 6:56 in the morning. High tide at 1:13 in the afternoon for the southeast bombers. Easterly winds 10 to 15 knots, and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. That's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned, your extended weather forecast is still ahead.
Public schools across the Bahamas have been operating virtually for some time now, thanks to COVID-19. How's this working out for our Family Islands? To get an idea, our team recently visited the district superintendent for the Exuma Keys and Ragged Island, Pamela Gort.
Students and teachers have been adapting relatively well, and I say relatively because it depends on connectivity in their area. It depends on some person's socioeconomic standing. But for the most part, those who are able to get on and connect, they are adapting very well.
And for those students who may have difficulties accessing the online platform,
we have the hard copies packages prepared, and the parents pick them up from the schools, or some principals are generous enough to deliver it in their communities. There's also a partnership, private-public partnership with some churches. I know for the Forest particularly, Palestine Baptist Church has an activity center, and Pastor Lynn Clark has used that.
Superintendent Gort says the education community on the Family Islands is resilient.
We are stronger together, and no one has all of the answers. We will grow as we go, but we will do it together, tapping into each other's strengths and strengthening each other's weaknesses.
For Red Talk, I'm Adama Williams. Want to stay in the know? Subscribe. Text 819-BMOE. That's 819-2663. Remember to like and subscribe to our social media platforms.
Your trust is paramount. By believing in us, you believe in the best. Thank you for trusting in us to provide you with a superb customer experience and for trusting our products. As we celebrate 5 years of Alive, I look forward to many more years of innovation and leading the industry with our products and services, all to maintain your trust.
There's something so special and genuine about putting a smile on someone's face during a difficult time. It's one of those feelings I reflect on most during our 5-year anniversary. During the pandemic and the aftermath of Hurricane Dorian, we worked in your community to provide relief in any way we could. We look forward to spreading the joy to you, whether it's through community events or customer-focused solution. We're here for you. Thank you for believing in best.
I see me low. I see me low. I see me low.
We women of the Bahamas have lined up on the side of the United Nations and justice and democracy.
I see me low. I see me low. I see me low.
Super value and quality supermarkets have all your favorite brands and no limits. Muller's cut macaroni, 16 ounce, 2 for $3.79. Hunt's ketchup, 32 ounce, $2.79. Chicken leg quarters, 10-pound bag, 89 cents per pound. Yellow onions, 3-pound bag, $2.89. Pork chop ends, $2.39 per pound. 15 VAT-free items in this week's specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Life is better with Rubis Rewards. Just fuel up and swipe for your chance to win free fuel, cash back in our stores, restaurant and store discounts from our partners, plus prizes and surprises. It doesn't get better than this. Your Rubis Reward tag is free at every Rubis service station in New Providence. Get yours today. Rubis, it's just better.
This portion of the news brought to you by Genuine Care, keeping you home while you're away.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Welcome to sports, everyone. What was the game of the day on day one of the Battle for Atlantis men's tournament? Shot after shot, number 19 Auburn and number 22 Connecticut went back and forth at each other, seemingly oblivious to pressure from a dwindling clock in an ever-lengthening game. In what may have been an early season tournament, it felt like March Madness right up to the second overtime when Tyler Pauly and Adama Sanogo helped the Connecticut Huskies finally wrestle away a 115-109 double overtime victory in Wednesday's first round. Sanogo had a career-best 30 points and stayed on the floor despite playing critical late minutes with 4 fouls for the Huskies, who blew a 15-point lead in regulation. But Sanogo and Pauly, the two combining for UConn's first 14 points of the second overtime, as they would finally push ahead for good and ultimately again take the matchup 115-109. Action continuing tonight at the Imperial Arena. Over at Balmar, Osama Mustafa scored 23 points and grabbed the game-high 9 rebounds to earn all-tournament honors, but it was not enough as Coastal Carolina would fall to Toledo 79-70 in the championship game of the Baha Mar Nassau Championship. It was a game that saw both teams make significant runs, The Rockets made the plays down the stretch to pull out the victory after the Chanticleers jumped to a 26-7 lead for the first 10 minutes of action. Toledo went on a 27-8 run to pull even at 34 at the break. Second half followed a similar script as Toledo built a 7-point lead 4 minutes into the second half and will ultimately hold on for the win. The women's action of the Bahamas tournament kicking off today. The world's best golfers are bound for the Bahamas once again. We are roughly a week away from the 2021 Hero World Challenge that's set to take place December 2nd to the 5th at the Albany Resort. Champion Golfer of the Year Colin Morikawa makes his debut in the star-studded event, which benefits Tiger Woods' TGR Foundation, while Henrik Stenson returns to defend his title. And that was a look at sports. Check on weather when we return.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
BTC spreading Christmas cheer to everybody whether far or near. Move to the rhythm of Christmas rounding.
Did you hear that? Is it Santa?
Bring home BTC Superfast Extreme Internet Bundle for only $99.99 with 157 channels and 150 megabits of speed per second, and your home will be blazing all year long. This Christmas, make it BTC. It's the better choice for you and me. Move to the rhythm of Christmas. Move to the rhythm of BTC.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
We've heard it over and over again. Hurricane preparation is key. But aside from making sure you have all the tangible items to get through the storm comfortably, paying attention to your kids, who in most cases don't have the same level of preparation experience, is also vital. Psychologist and CEO of Richardson Psychotherapeutic and Consultant Limited says that it is important to talk to children.
Children aren't really familiar, depending on their ages, of what it could entail and what they need to be prepared for. I would encourage families to have conversations with their kids about just hurricane preparedness, letting them know that the lights may go off, or here's our food supply and why we might have to kind of ration for a few days, or here's our safety plan in case something happens to mommy or daddy. I think it's the parents' job to do this now ahead of time, as we are in the middle of the season, and we've known a few years ago we had a really bad hurricane, and we still have a lot of people suffering from the effects of post-traumatic stress disorder. And so we want to make sure that they are well equipped and informed.
And while it's good to be realistic with kids about the potential harm hurricanes can cause, maintaining composure and being kind and patient with them during the storm's passage will help in keeping them at ease.
Kids feed off of whatever their parents are engaging in. And so they want to make sure that they're trying to keep as calm as possible and realistic as well. So if they are afraid, they can have that conversation with their child, asking them how they're doing, reassuring them that they are doing their best job to keep them as safe as possible. And when necessary, just hold them if they can. Believe it or not, that physical touch goes a long way.
And if the trauma is intense, here's how you know when to seek additional help for your child.
If you notice your kid is reverting in a lot of behavior, that they may not want to eat the same way or sleep in their beds anymore, they always want that constant attention and contact, those are some signs to let you know that the things that you may be doing aren't working anymore, and say they may need some additional help.
Richardson also has has advice for adults.
What I would tell them to do is have your coping mechanisms in place. If that is some deep breathing activity, if that is making sure you have your safety plan in place, believe it or not, preparation is key. We find that if people have a plan for what they're going to do when a storm comes or when a storm's approaching, that helps alleviate some anxiety, as well as you may want to reach out to your support team, find your safest place to be.
Crystal Darling, ZNS Digital Media.
PrEP is for people who are HIV negative and are at risk of contracting HIV. When used properly, PrEP can provide a high level of protection against HIV, and it is even more effective when it is combined with condoms and other prevention methods. PrEP has been revolutionary for HIV prevention, but not enough people know about it. It is important to spread the word about PrEP and encourage people to have this conversation with their healthcare provider. For more information about PrEP, contact the Bahamas National AIDS Program at 242-604-9060. Get informed. Make the right choice for you.
Do you want to travel this holiday season? Don't want to miss out on those blockbuster deals? Well, have you gotten your COVID-19 vaccine yet? Time is running out to travel for the holidays, and the Johnson & Johnson vaccine may be just what you need. It's one and done. Just one jab of this vaccine, and 2 weeks later, you're fully vaccinated and ready to shop. Protect yourself and your loved ones this holiday season. Schedule your vaccine appointment now.
That one of the main reasons for medication failure is due to non-adherence to medications? It is important that you follow these 4 R's when taking your medications. Right drug, right dose, right time, and right way. Right drug. Remember that each medication is specific for each individual, and what may work for one person may not work for the other. Therefore, you should not share your drugs. Right dose. Taking more or less than what is prescribed by your provider may cause you to either run out of your pills faster, it may affect your kidneys or liver, and it may even worsen your medical condition. Right time. Taking medications when told ensures that you have enough medication in your body to fight off the illness you may have. Skipping doses may lead to drug resistance. Right way. If your medication calls for you to take it whole, with food, or at night only, please follow these directions as there may be side effects. Make a commitment today to be adherent to your medication regimen and practice healthy living.
This message has been brought to you by the Bahamas AIDS Foundation with funding provided by PEPFAR, USAID Local Capacity Initiative Small Grant.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather in the tropics tonight, we have 5 days remaining in the tropical cyclone season, and there's nothing out yet to report to you. But frontal system presently across northern Florida, that's going to continue to sink slowly towards the southeast. We expect it into the northwest Bahamas on Saturday morning. By Saturday evening late, it will be pushing through the capital. Could bring with it 1 or 2 showers and maybe even an isolated thunderstorm. But behind that, it will reinforce the cool temperatures that we are currently experiencing. Satellite pictures are showing very little over the Bahamas, save for some low-level stratiform type clouds, and that high pressure is in control but is collapsing, so you will see a reduction in those winds heading into tomorrow and the next couple of days. Tonight we're going in for partly cloudy and cool with a low temperature of 69 degrees, and tomorrow partly sunny, pretty nice, 78 for your high, and the extended weather forecast, beautiful weather right through the weekend despite the fact that that front is coming through on Saturday. Like I said, you could get a brief shower along the frontal boundary. It will not last very long, but that will certainly keep those temperatures during the nighttime into the upper 60s, which is very comfortable in your daytime temperatures in the upper 70s to low 80s. Makeshla.
Well, thanks, Basil. That does it for the Bahamas tonight. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. And as we celebrate our 44th year of television broadcasting, it feels great to be your home. From all of us here at ZNS, thank you for watching and good night.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
You are about to connect with people who are ready to bring you the most open, honest, and revealing life stories. Welcome to Journey